He was a cross-country runner and a high jumper. Upon completion, he taught at Jabin Secondary School from 1981 to 1982 as a physical education teacher and as an teacher. Dr. Sapong's leadership qualities quickly became evident, earning him a role of PDC coordinator for Ejusu Jabin district. He coordinated a program of action to mitigate social cost of adjustment, PAMSCAD. His pursuit of higher learning and specialized knowledge led him abroad, first to Cuba, where he studied criminology, and later to Bulgaria for further studies. His professional career was diverse and impactful. He served with the Special Branch, now BNI, the Ashanti Regional Investigation Committee, ASHRIC, which later became the Serious Fraud Office, and subsequently the Economic and Organized Crime Office, YOCO. He also served as acting director of SFO for the Northern Sector, covering Ashanti, Bono Ahafo, Northern, Upper East, and Upper West regions. In politics, Dr. Sapong held numerous leadership roles, including mayor of Kumasi in 2009, Ashanti Regional Minister 2013, Central Regional Minister, and a parliamentary candidate for Inshiayesu under the NDC in 2016. He also served as the director of State Housing Corporation. In addition, he later obtained an executive master's degree from GEMPA. He is the vice chairman of the National Democratic Congress, NDC. His commitment to party development was evident in his instrumental role in building the NDC party office at Inshiayesu. He treated people equally, irrespective of your color, creed, or political affiliation. He was a founding member of the NDC in Ashanti region. A respected traditional leader, Dr. Sapong was installed as Nkosua Hene of Cape Coast. He was married to Hannah Sapong, and together they were blessed with 5 children, 4 boys and 1 girl. On that fateful day, Dr. Sapong's life of service and dedication was cut short when he became one of the 8 gallant individuals who perished in a tragic helicopter crash at Sikaman, Brofuyedu, in the Ashanti region. Dr. Samuel Sapong's legacy is one of selfless leadership, unwavering patriotism, and a deep love for family, community, and country. His contribution will continue to inspire generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you. So we now invite the family of Mr. Samuel Abuaji.
Thank you. Biography of late Samuel Abuaje, known in the family circles as Adu Kweku. It is said that no one knows the hour when the call will come. We live as though tomorrow is promised, believing the sun will always rise on familiar faces. Yet today we gather, hearts heavy, voices trembling, to honor a life so bright, a heart so generous, a journey so inspiring, yet cut so painfully short. Samuel Abuaje was born on 23rd December 1990 in Damango, Savannah region, to the late Mr. Jeremiah Kwabena Abuaje and Madam Amma Ajubi, the youngest of 6 siblings. He was the cherished Kaichire of the family, a child of promise whose life would touch many. His father, once an agriculture extension officer and the chief of Patakro, instilled in him the values of service, dignity, and leadership. Values Edu carried with grace until his last day. From the classrooms of Damango Cambridge Educational Complex through to St. Margaret Senior High School, Obuasi, and in the later years pursued the higher studies at Accra Business School, where he earned his degree and eventually a master's in business administration. Edu's faith was the anchor of his life. Baptized into the Church of Pentecost in 2005, he lived his Christian walk with boldness and joy. In the world of business, Edu was full of vision. His ventures took him to Germany, the United Kingdom, and the United States. During this period, he also served as a FIFA licensed agent, engaging in international sports management and building a valuable global networks. In 2017, he returned home, not to chase comfort, but to give back. He built relationships, created opportunities for the youth, and dreamed big for Adansi. Politics for him was never about power. It was about people. He stood as the NDC parliamentary candidate for Obuasi East in 2020 and again in 2024, winning the hearts of his constituents. Even when injustice threatened to steal his victory, he held on with patience and dignity. His appointment as Deputy Director General of NADMO by President John Dramani Mahama was a testament to his leadership and service. Then came a day we will never forget. Wednesday, 6 August 2025. The morning began like any other until news broke of a helicopter crash. We prayed. The rumor were wrong, but the heavens had other plans. Edu's earthly journey ended that day, just like that. And the shock still grips our hearts. He leaves behind his beloved wife, Abigail, and 2 beautiful daughters, who will grow up hearing of the greatness of their father, a man of faith, vision, and love. Edu, your laughter, dream, courage, kindness, this cannot be buried. They live on in us. The tears we shed are not for lack of hope, for we know he rests in the arms of his Maker. But oh, how deeply we missed our brother. Edu. Demri Fedwe Jenny Amanihunu. May your soul rest in perfect peace. Thank you.
We now invite the family of Squadron Leader Peter Bafeme Anala.
Biography of Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala. Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala was born on the 2nd November 1989. He hailed from Sinensi in the Bulsa North District of the Upper East Region and was the youngest child of Paul Oscar Anala and Lucy Apung Anala. He spent his formative years in Tamale, where his family resided. Even in his early years, it was evident that Peter possessed a keen interest in technical skills. None could have foreseen that a vibrant young boy would one day serve his nation with such selflessness and dedication, ultimately paying the ultimate price. As fate would have it, Peter began his primary and junior secondary education at Bow Barracks, home to the Air Force Base in Tamale. He later attended St. James Seminary Secondary School, where his discipline and academic excellence flourished. He often likened his alma mater to the military training camp, reflecting the profound impact it had on shaping his character. Upon graduating from St. James, Peter pursued a Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering in the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, graduating in 2012. He went on to obtain a Master's of Science in Air Transport and Aviation Management from the same institution in 2023. At the time of his passing, he was pursuing a postgraduate studies in safety and accident investigation in the United Kingdom. Within his community, Peter was known as someone who never forgot his roots. Whether mentoring young people, advising friends, or assisting neighbors, he consistently sought to uplift others. His generosity extended beyond words. He was a man of action who believed that the service to God and humanity was the highest calling. Though his career in the Ghana Air Force brought him recognition as a skilled pilot and dedicated officer, Peter's true legacy lies in the relationships he built and the lives he touched. His integrity, kindness, and unassuming nature endeared him to all. Peter is survived by his wife, Esla, and their daughter. Despite the demands of his career, family remained the cornerstone of his life. He loved them deeply and spoke of them with warmth and pride to all who listened to him. A baptized and confirmed Catholic, Peter held deep devotion to the Blessed Virgin Mary. His faith guided his principles and approach to life, and he remained steadfast in it until the very end. Peter's legacy stands as an enduring example of bravery, academic excellence, and patriotic sacrifice. His life epitomized dedication to family, faith, and nation. We celebrate the life of a man who, though gone too soon, lived fully and left an indelible mark on every heart he encountered. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We now invite the family of Flying Officer Menem Tun Ampedu.
The biography of Flying Officer Mane Chum Ampadu. Flying Officer Mane Chum Ampadu, affectionately known as Papa Chum or Party, was born on January 17, 1995, in Accra to Reverend McDouglas Emmanuel Ampadu of Edriamoa and Mrs. Patience Ajele Ampadu Ni Ablo of Teshi. Born into royal lineage from the Etina clan of Edriamoa, he was named after his paternal grandfather, Isaac Kojo Mensah Chum. He was raised in Abri, where his mother worked at the Presbyterian Women's College of Education, PWC. Mane was the elder of two siblings. He began his education at Chrisland International School, Abri, and later attended Dex International School, Tema, De Bright International, and Feedback International at Nungwa. He returned to Dex International School to complete his junior high education. Mane continued his education at Presbyterian Secondary Technical, the PST Abri, where he developed a keen interest in geography. He proceeded to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST, earning a Bachelor of Arts in Geography and Rural Development in 2017. During his studies, he interned at Ghana Aviation Authority and later completed his national service there. He was driven by his childhood dream of becoming a pilot. Driven by his childhood dream of becoming a pilot, Mane enlisted in the Ghana Military Academy in 2020. A devoted son, brother, and friend, Mane valued family above all. His marriage on April 27, 2024, to Naval Lieutenant Erajua Kumichiremi marked a new and joyful chapter in his life. He embraced his role as a husband with the same commitment and tenderness that characterized all his relationships. Faith was the cornerstone of Mane's life. He was led to the Lord by his father and was baptized by him in 2002. He was a devout fundamental Baptist and an active member of Certain Baptist Church, where he served as his father's armor bearer on evangelism missions. His leadership extended to serving as president of the Fundamental Baptist Students Fellowship, KNUST branch. His compassion for the less fortunate was evident in his support for Zion Helping Hand, a charity aiding children in rural communities, and his contributions to Jesus Kitchen, a program feeding the homeless in December, during Christmas. Beyond his faith and family commitments, Mane was known for his humility, diligence, and adventurous spirit. He loved football, reading, computer games, and sightseeing, often bringing joy and laughter to those around him. Friends and colleagues remember his willingness to help, his encouraging words, and his unwavering moral compass. Although he fulfilled a childhood dream about joining the Ghana Air Force and training as a pilot, flying was only one aspect of his rich and purposeful life. Whether in the cockpit, at home, in church, or among friends, Mane's life was defined by service, love, and integrity. His passing is a profound loss to his family, the Ghana Armed Forces, and the nation. But his influence lives on in the countless lives he touched. As written in 1 Thessalonians 4:16-17, we hold fast to the promise that the Lord himself will descend with a shout, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. Rest well, Papa Chum. Your race is run, but your light will shine forever in our hearts. Damri Fadrie, thank you.
Thank you. We now invite the family of Sergeant Adomensa Ernest.
It is often said that the hour of death cannot be foretold. Though we acknowledge this truth, we tend to believe such a moment lies far ahead. Never did we imagine that we would gather today to remember and mourn Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah, whose earthly remains lie before us, having fallen in line of duty while serving our beloved mother, Ghana. Born on 5th July 1988 in Accra to the late ex-warrant officer Class 1 Emmanuel Mensah Ashiakwe and the late Victoria Abla Moke. Ernest hailed from Ninyanyo Abentiawe in the La Abafum Kota in the Greater Accra region and Ehi in the Ketu North District of the Volta region. He was survived by 5 siblings: Laurentia Ajele Mensah, Stella Ajoko Mensah, Samuel Ado Mensah, Josephine Ajele Mensah, and Wisdom Tete Mensah. After the loss of his parents, Reverend Chief Superintendent Stella Amakacho Anku lovingly assumed the motherly role, nurturing and guiding him through life. From an early age, Ernest carried a quiet strength, humility, and a heart devoted to faith, family, and service, a legacy that would remain constant throughout his years. He began his education at La Emmaus Presbyterian Primary A and B School and continued at La Enobal II Junior High School from 2001 to 2004. He later pursued studies at Emmett Electronic Institute from 2004 to 2007, where his interest in technical and mechanical work first blossomed. Friends and teachers recall a young man who embodied honesty, respect, and kindness, who listened intently, spoke thoughtfully, and readily offered help to others. Ernest was a man who treasured relationships. His marriage to Miss Mercy Amwa on 5th July 2005, just 1 month after his tragic death, was a joyous celebration of love witnessed by family and friends. Though their union was heartbreakingly short, it was built on deep affection, mutual respect, and shared hopes for the future. A devoted Christian, Ernest was baptized and confirmed in the Evangelical Presbyterian Church, South Lyle State, and later worshipped at the Presby Methodist Church in Takoradi. His life was anchored in an unwavering faith in Jesus Christ, and his greatest desire was for his loved ones to come to a saving knowledge of the Lord. He lived with eternity in view, carrying himself with humility and discipline as a true servant of God. In his community, Ernest was a source of warmth, generosity, and encouragement. His ready smile, kind words, and genuine concern for others made him a cherished figure among neighbors and friends. He was the person people turned to in times of need, and he's always willing to lend a hand, often going out of his way to help without expecting anything in return. Although Ernest dedicated 14 years of his life to the Ghana Armed Forces and served with skill and professionalism, his true legacy lies in the lives he touched beyond his uniform. He lived a life of warmth, kindness, and genuine engagement with people from all walks of life. His ever-present smile warmed our hearts, and his kind words and concern for others made him a cherished figure in his neighborhood and beyond. He never hesitated to help those in distress, often going out of his way to assist anyone in need. His generosity and compassionate nature were a gift to all who knew him. His love for God, devotion to family, and compassion for humanity remain the hallmark of his life. Rest in perfect peace, Sergeant Ernest Mensah Addo. Yahweh Ojogban, faithful servant, your work on earth is done, and your crown awaits in glory.
So we thank all the families for biographies well read. We will now have a musical interlude. The Ghana Armed Forces Band will do that for us, after which we shall have the tributes. And this is how the tributes, it will follow the same format. The widows followed by the children. But we humbly request that when the various widows are coming, you come with the children simultaneously. Thank you. time for the tributes. We invite the widow and children of Honorable Dr. Edward Kofi Omanibuama.
A tribute being read on behalf of Mrs. Rita Omanibuama to her loving husband, Honorable Dr. Edward Kofi Omanibuama. When peace like a river attended my way, when sorrow like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well. It is well. It is well with my soul. Kofi B, as I affectionately called you, we were destined to be together. Though I was not a medical student, fate brought us together on that fateful day when I boarded the medical school bus. Our friendship started and was nothing short of love and adventure. Our night walks from my home to buy kenke and fish, and vice versa. I always looked forward to visiting you in school so we could embark on our love walk to buy kenke and fish. Thus, buying and eating kenke together became our hallmark. In fact, I saw a father in you because you were the exact replica of my dad. You also confirmed that when you first met my dad, you knew you found a partner for life. I had no doubt you would be a loving and perfect father to our children. You were truly God sent. Your commitment and love were such that you proposed, we got married. My birthday, and we have always had a double celebration on my birthdays, one of which I was looking forward to this year also. When we started having children, you were nothing short of a wonderful father. You were a great source of inspiration and hope to me and the children, despite your busy schedule as a medical doctor. And later, in your political roles, you either bathed the children every morning or dressed them up whilst I bathed them. You were their favorite teacher because you knew their syllabus back to back. You also had a strict timetable for their private study, yet made room for play and adventure. You are truly a family man, a definition of a genuine person with a pure heart of gold. In our years of marriage, you would ask, Amnarita, what will you do when I am not around? I never answered you until today. I do not have an answer. I will, with God's help, take care of mommy and the 3 kids. Knowing who you are, I believe you'll be looking down on us to guide us through from the heavens. Kofi B, thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving the children. Thank you for loving my family and all who came to know you. God be with you till we meet again. Rest in power, my love. Love always, from your one and only, Abnarita.
Tribute to our hero. Daddy, we never imagined we would have to say goodbye so soon. You are more than a father to us. You are our safe place, our teacher, our greatest encourager, our friend, and above all, our example of what it means to live with integrity. Humility and courage. You taught us that success was not just about what we achieved, but about the lives we touched. You lived those words every single day. Whether you were serving patients in the hospital, fighting for justice in the corridors of power, or laying on our beds after a long day at work for a quick talk, which almost always ended up with you asleep. Your love was steady, your guidance was gentle, and your laughter was warmth that filled our home. Daddy, even with the weight of national duties on your shoulders, you always made time for us. You called us every day when you traveled. You never missed our important moments, and when you couldn't be there in person, you made us feel you were right beside us. You reminded us that family is not part of life, it is life. You taught us to dream big but stay grounded. You showed us that compassion is a strength, that speaking the truth is an obligation, and that service to others is the greatest clarion call. We'll miss writing with you, laughing with you, sitting with you whenever you had a lull in your schedule. We'll miss talking about our future, hearing your advice, you driving us to school all the time, especially when we had exams. Daddy, why did you have to leave us so soon? Never in a million years could we have imagined you'd leave us. You lived your life like a race, always trying to do more, love more, and share more. We really thought you'd live forever because your light was so bright it could never go out. Amani, why have you done this to us? We absolutely cannot believe we'll never see you again, never hold your hand, never sit with you at night and talk, never laugh with you, never see the many stickers you would always use to send us. Who we call in the middle of the night when no one else is awake and we have questions. Who will have all the answers to our problems. Who will conduct experiments at home just because you knew would study it that year. Who else would fill the bathtub with our toys and objects just to teach us Archimedes' principle? We have lost greatly. You are irreplaceable, Eduardo. We are pained, but even in our pain, we choose to hold on to your legacy and take consolation in the fact that you are resting in the bosom of the Almighty God. We'll carry forward your values, live with your compassion, and let your light shine through us. Though you are gone from sight, you remain forever in our hearts, our Father, our friend, our hero. Rest well, Eduardo. Your race is done, but your impact will never end.
Tribute from the wife of Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Muhammad. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. To Allah we belong, and to Him is our return. Today, we gather with heavy hearts to honor the life of a man whose presence was a gift to all who knew him, my beloved husband, Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Muhammad. For almost a decade, I had the privilege of walking through life by his side. Together, we raised our beautiful children, and in every step of that journey, he showed me and everyone around him what it means to be kind, patient, and full of love. Muhammad was more than a husband and father. He was a man of deep faith, God-fearing and humble. He lived his life with integrity, always in the right path, even when it was not the easy one. He was trustworthy and dependable, the kind of person you could call at any hour knowing he would answer. I remember once an incident on the road. Of course, he was the first person I called. He picked up right away, and I told him my situation, expecting him to come rushing to my rescue. He listened patiently, sympathized, and then said, my dear, the president has called me. At that moment, I realized I wasn't just sharing my husband with friends, family, or the community. I was sharing him with the President of Ghana as well. That was Muhammad, always in demand, always important to someone, but still finding the time to care for his family. His daughters will comb his hair, or perhaps I should say his head, because he had no hair. He loved to play horse with the children. These were the moments I smiled, because then he was not wearing the hat of the Minister of State. But that of a dad instead. He had a wonderful sense of humor that could light up a room, and a heart that was always ready to help. More often than not, he put others before himself. Hardworking and determined, he gave his best in everything he did, not for recognition, but because it was in his nature to serve and to care. Muhammad's life was a blessing to us, and his memory will forever be a treasure. He has left us far too soon, but his love, his laughter, and his example will live on in our children, in our heart, and in the countless lives he touched. Rest My husband, may Allah grant you Jannatul Firdaus and surround you with eternal peace. We love you, we miss you, and we will carry your light with us always. Inshallah. Daddy, we love you and miss you so much, forever in our hearts. Hadiyatu.
Tribute to Dr. Musala Mohammed by his children. Honorable Dr. Alhaji Musala Mohammed, we called you Daddy, always together with other family members. You were larger than life itself, and this would leave a strong impression on us forever. Before we continue, we would like to find solace in the hands of God that you are alive, although gone for the desires of Allah. Every day and night, we grieve and yearn to see you back home, but you don't come back. Your legacy extends far beyond the halls of Parliament. As a dedicated public servant, Member of Parliament, Minister of State, you tirelessly advocated for your constituents and the people of Ghana, leaving an indelible mark on our nation's progress. Your commitment to justice, equality, and well-being of the ordinary Ghanaians inspired countless individuals. As your children, we cherish the memories of your kindness, wisdom, and unwavering dedication to our family and community. Your impact will be felt for generations to come. Even as we mourn your passing, you keep giving us fresh memories of your moments with us. All the people gathered here signal to me and the family that God will have mercy on your departed soul. If words, admonitions, testimonies, track records, worthy legacies, and priceless impacts were to be the givers of life, we wouldn't be here to read this painful tribute of your departure. While we mourn your painful exit, we know you had to go based on the divine rule of God, because we remain mere mortals to his desires and commands. Rest in peace, Daddy. You will forever remain in our hearts. May Allah Almighty grant you Jannatul Firdaus. Till we meet again, fare thee well, Daddy, from us, your children, Sudo, Ruhaina, Hajara, and Amadu.
Thank you. We now take that of Honorable Mohammed Minuru Limuna.
Alhamdulillah. Inna Allah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Tribute by Ajia Zahra Lady to their beloved husband, Alhaj Sandape Muniru Limuna. My beloved husband, for the 28 years we walked this journey together, you were my partner in life, my confidant, my counselor, and my trust friend. You were the person I could lean on in my weakest moments, and the one I could laugh with in my happiest days. You gave me love that was constant and deep, and you made our home a place of warm love, mutual respect, and faith.
I saw the man behind the public figure. I saw the discipline that guided your actions, the compassion that touched those around you, and the strength that carried not only our family, but the responsibilities of the nation. You bore the demands of public service with patience, diligence, and dignity. Yet, you never allowed that overshadow the love and attention you gave to us as for home. Your gift was not only leadership, it was the ability to make family whatever you want. In every region of this country, your presence was felt and your absence will be deeply mourned. You opened our doors and your heart. You sponsored education for those who you sponsored the education for those with promise. You settled disputes with calm wisdom, and you always stood beside the vulnerable when they had no one else. Because of you, our family grew beyond blood strength across the length and breadth of Ghana, held together by trust, gratitude, and love. You were a man of principles, yet you carried those principles with humility. You inspired loyalty, not because you demanded it, but because you earned it through your character. You touch lives in ways that cannot be counted, and your absence will leave a space that no one can fill. I will miss your laughter in our home, your gentle reassurance in times of difficulties, and your quiet strength that made me feel safe. No matter the storm, I will hold on to every memory, every lesson, every blessed day of our marriage. Rest well, my love. I will carry you in my heart for the rest of my days. And I thank Allah for the gift of the 28 years by your side. May Allah grant you Jannah Firdaus and unite us again in His mercy. Nanda tadana ikokwa yuben yanangwa nanchalutale.
Tributes from the children of Sandapira, Alhaji Muhammad Muniru Limuna. Daddy, you are more than a father to us. You are a teacher, our protector, and our greatest source of inspiration. You taught us that true strength is found in kindness, that leadership begins with listening, and that integrity is worth more than any treasure. You carried your responsibilities with grace, never letting the weight of your work overshadow your role at home. Even when the nation called, you always made time for us. Whether in laughter at the dinner table, words of wisdom before bed, or your quiet presence when we simply needed you nearby. Daddy, watching you serve Ghana with the same love and dedication you gave to our family showed us that service is not just a duty, but a calling. Something you embraced with all your heart, no matter the sacrifice. Your love for people extended far beyond our home. Through your kindness, generosity, and open heart, you became